Welcome to Retailing, Part 1. A retail sale is any sale to the ultimate consumer. That is, the household consumer, where the product is for personal, family, or household use. The key here is that the buyer's intent is not to resell the product for a profit or use the product to operate a business. It does not matter where you buy the product. It can be in a traditional retail store, such as a convenience store. It can be online, or you can use a vending machine. It can even be from a company that generally operates as a wholesale business. Retailers are organizations that buy products with the intention of marking them up in order to make a profit and selling them to ultimate consumers. Like other members of the channel of distribution, retailers create value called utility. Retailers create time, place, possession, and maybe form utility. Retailing is important to the economy. When you hear news reports of economic trends, retail activity is usually an important component. Retailing is important because there are many retail businesses. In total, they employ millions of people. For a lot of people, their first job is in retailing. In my case, the first 2 jobs I had were in retailing. I worked part-time in a grocery store for about a year, and in a jewelry store for about 2 years while I was in high school. We spend most of our personal income with retailers, and manufacturers depend on retailers to sell their products to consumers. So retailers provide the final critical link between producers and ultimate consumers. The unquestioned trend is for online retailing to become more and more important. Today it only represents a small percentage of total retail sales, but it is becoming more important every year. Consumers are changing their expectations when it comes to buying products. They're becoming more interested in having multiple options. That is, multiple channels to choose from when buying products. They may want to search for information online and buy in a traditional store, or depend on the internet to search and buy. Since online sales are only a small percentage of total retail sales, many companies follow a combination, a so-called bricks and clicks strategy. In other cases, companies that traditionally were primarily catalog retailers have shifted to include online options. Pop-up retail shops are short-term sales spaces that may be open for only a few days or weeks. Pop-ups can be used for a variety of purposes, including creating positive word of mouth, adding a physical presence to an online retailer, testing new ideas, or filling empty retail space with something with more eye appeal. They're very flexible and can be anything from simple displays to elaborate designs. They can fill vacant storefronts in malls or shopping centers, co-locate within an existing retail store, or be mobile displays that can be moved from one location to another. You can get very creative with pop-ups, and in a sense your imagination is your only limit. There are 2 broad categories. General merchandise retailers carry a wide variety of different types of products, and specialty retailers have a narrow assortment of product types. The terminology is a little awkward here because specialty retailers don't necessarily sell specialty goods. A reminder, a specialty good is defined as things that possess one or more unique characteristics, and generally buyers are willing to spend considerable effort to obtain them. One way retailers create value is to have useful assortments of products. This is called assorting. They buy in large quantities and sell in smaller quantities. This is called breaking bulk. Some retailers provide services such as repair, delivery, or alteration. They can help in product selection by making recommendations. Retailers have an opportunity to create convenient or even enjoyable shopping experiences. Like other members of the marketing channel, retailers create value. There are many examples of general merchandise retailers. Some are large stores like department stores, discount stores, and supermarkets. Others are smaller stores, such as convenience stores. Specialty retailers usually have a narrow selection of various product lines with substantial assortments within each line. This group includes traditional specialty stores such as dress shops, jewelry stores, and pet supplies. Category killers are large specialty stores that concentrate on a major product category. Off-price retailers buy manufacturers' seconds and overruns at low prices for sale to consumers with deep discounts. There are several forms of ownership found in retailing. Some retail stores are locally owned and may only have one location. Other chains of retailers may own many retail stores of essentially the same type, all owned by the same company. Examples include Walmart and Kroger. A third form of ownership is franchising. In franchising, a supplier or franchisor gives a dealer, the franchisee, the right to operate a specific business. The franchise pays an initial fee and ongoing royalties to the franchisor. The franchisee has the right to use trademarks, business plans, and perhaps participate in company-wide promotions. Franchises tend to have higher success rates than independently owned stores, but there are some disadvantages of franchises to consider. 1, the fees that must be paid to the franchisor, and 2, the franchisor can dictate many aspects of what the business can and cannot do. If you don't want to follow somebody else's rules, franchising may not be for you. Retail positioning is similar to the concept of product positioning. Positioning takes place in the mind of the consumer. So retailers try to understand how consumers perceive stores compared to one another, which retailers are viewed as similar, and what causes consumers to think they're similar. If a retailer can understand how consumers form their perceptions, it may be able to develop a strategy that distinguishes it from competitors in the minds of consumers. Retail positioning can help retailers decide on a store image they would like to establish. The store image is a functional and psychological picture or image of the store. Once again, this happens in the minds of consumers, but retailers can influence the consumer's perceptions through atmospherics. These are the physical elements of a store's design that appeal to emotions and help create an image. Exterior atmospherics includes the appearance of the storefront, display windows, the store entrance, landscaping, and traffic congestion. Interior atmospherics include lighting, wall and floor coverings, music, aroma, and physical layout. That's Retailing, Part 1.